Hi everyone, my name's Anna Marie. Welcome to this card making project. This project we're going to make an inspirational card. Sometimes people that we know need a little bit of a perk up, and this would be a great card to send them just to put a smile on the face. So I'm going to start off with my card base, and it's my favourite size, the 7x5. So I'm just making sure that we've got a good sharp score line along the edge, and I shall show you what it looks like on our cardometer. So there's a 7x5. It's a good size, enough area to put some nice decorations and embellishments, and not too big to be daunted by. As always, we'll start with the inside. Now the first thing that I've done is I've taken a piece of ivory paper and I've just inked it slightly around the edge with some pink ink, and the pink ink was from one of Anna's Use ink sets, and I'm not too sure which it was, but I'll put the details at the bottom. So I've already got double-sided tape on the back. Now this is just a really quick insert idea. It's pretty with no effort, and it just finishes off the card and makes it look like you've taken a little bit of extra time and effort for the person that's receiving it. So we'll pop our inside in so you can see it against the plain background of the card. And next I've got a piece of the paper stock from the Charlotte collection, and I've got double-sided tape on the back of it, and I've got two ribbon tails that I've used from, well, there were the spare tails that I've used from the bows that we're going to use on the front, and I'm just attaching them to the bottom of the paper. And then what we can do is add this to the inside of our card like that. And then I've also taken one of the sentiments from the Charlotte collection, and I've added two more ribbon tails and a piece of double-sided tape, and I'm just going to place that just on top of the paper that we've just added. And that's our insert. It'll still fall flat, there's still enough room for you to write your message, to, from, etc. And there we go. So next we're going to move to the front of the card. I'm just going to give it another score now we've done the inside. And first of all, I've taken one of the pieces of cardstock from the Charlotte collection, and I've cut it to fit for a layer on the card. I've got my trusty double-sided tape on the back, and we'll just peel the back away like that. And now I'll try and get it a little bit central, like so. There we go. And that's our first layer. Next, I've taken one of the foil layers from Anna's. I think there's 96 in the packet, and it's the everyday assortment. And I've taken the middle out of it, but what I've done is I've saved the corners. So I've trimmed it all down, and the corners I'm simply going to add to the corner of our card like this. So I've got 4 corners. Now it didn't take a lot of cutting, you don't have to be really skilled. The good sharp thick lines on the design for you to be able to cut round, so the mistake friendly. There we go. So that's our 4 corners. I've got to think about corners. I think that's my thing, corners. So that's still the basis of our card. Next, from the Charlotte collection, I've taken one of the pattern papers and I've made 2 rosettes. And these rosettes are going to sit at the top and the bottom of my card, like this. just turn it round so I can see what I'm doing, like that. Then the actual panel that I cut away from the foil layer for the centre is going to sit in the middle. Now I've raised it up on 3D foam, and this is going to make it a little bit higher, but obviously it's only 2 layers high of decoupage, so it'll still go in your envelope. And I've only added 3D foam through the centre because we've got the rosettes that it's going to sit on at either end to stabilise it. So I'll just peel off the back of the foam like this, and this will sit across the rosettes and across the centre of the card like that. There we go, so far so good. Next, what I've done is I've taken one of the papers from Charlotte collection and I've got it on the tiny 3D foam instead of the very large 3D foam, and having the edges slightly of this piece because I just wanted to give it a little bit of a contrast against the actual background of the metallic layer. So, should I say foil layer? So we're just going to place that in the centre so far, and then the inspirational quote, wish, hope, dream, again from Charlotte collection, and again on the little tiny decoupage buds. And we'll just peel the back of these away like that. There we go. And I'm just going to place that through the centre. And to finish it off, we used the ribbon on the inside, and this is where the actual tails came from, where I snipped the fish tails into the bows. And I'm going to simply add 2 bows to the front of the card to finish it off. There we go, and that's the second one. And that is our card finished. So that's the outside and that's our inside. Matches perfectly and looks so pretty. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this, and if you've got any comments, anything to say, anything to add, please feel free to get in touch. Please give me the thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Why not find me on Facebook? I've always got new projects coming out 3 times a week, and I love hearing from you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.